Hello, girls and boys. Welcome back to another Sunday school video. So, last week we talked about Jonah and how Jonah was one of the prophets during the Assyrian exile, right? The Assyrians had conquered Israel and forced the people to move out of their houses. Now, there's like good news and bad news. What do you want first? Well, the good news is that the Assyrians are no longer going to rule over the Israelites. And that's very good news, right? Yay, no more Assyrian exile. The bad news is the reason there's no more Assyrian exile is because there's a new empire that's coming to power. And this empire also has kind of a funny name. I want you guys to try to say it with me. It's the Babylonian Empire. Babylonian. I don't know why, but it always makes me think of the word baloney, but it's Babylonian Empire. So now the Babylonians are coming and they conquer the Assyrians, and in turn, that means they also conquer Israel. So now Israel is no longer under the Assyrians, but they do not have their freedom yet either, because now they're under the Babylonians. And so what the Israelites are praying for, they're like, please God, let the Babylonians be better than the Assyrians. Let them let us go home. Let them let us worship our God. Let them let us have our freedom even, right? That's what they're praying for. But there is not good news. Not good news at all. Because the ruler of this Babylonian empire, he has an even funnier name than Babylon, right? We're really going to have to practice this guy's name. This guy's name is Nebuchadnezzar. Nebuchadnezzar. Can you guys say that? Nebuchadnezzar. Now, if we want, for short, we'll just call him Old Nebi, right? Old Nebi. Now, Old Nebi does not want to let the Israelites go and give them their freedom. Not at all. Actually, Nebuchadnezzar doesn't want anyone worshiping any other gods because he believes that he is a god and people should worship him. That's what old Nebi thinks, right? And so we have this whole new series of prophets during the Babylonian exile. Those prophets are Jeremiah, Habakkuk, Ezekiel, Obadiah, and then a very famous one that we're going to go more in depth with over the next 2 weeks. And his name is Daniel. So you probably may have heard of Daniel before, but we'll be talking about 2 famous stories about Daniel over the next 2 weeks. But for now, what you need to remember are the 2 funny names. You need to remember that Israel is under the Babylonian Empire, and the ruler of that empire is Nebuchadnezzar, or Old Nebi for short. And Old Nebi thinks that he is a god and that people should worship him. And obviously the Israelites do not want to do that because they want to worship the true God, right? And so that is it for this week. It's just a bit of history, right? It's like a little history lesson. The Israelites are no longer under the Assyrians. They're now under the Babylonians, who are ruled by Old Nebi. We'll talk about Daniel over the next 2 weeks. Those are really great stories. I'm really looking forward to it. It's less about history and more of these really exciting stories. So be excited for that over the next 2 weeks. But that is it from me today. I hope you are doing well. I hope you had a great Halloween and that you are thinking about things that you are thankful for as we get closer to Thanksgiving. I'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.